Hello, lovely ladies. How is everyone today? Come on in. Soulful Saturday. What do you think? Here comes my girls. Come on in. I like to see you all walk in. It's fun. Who is with me today? Here we go. Here they come. Hello, Carla. I wonder how's the weather in Louisville? We've got, it's still not warm. Hi, MJ. And there's my girl, Amy. Hello. Hi, Gwen. Hello, Pamela. And Vanessa, sweet Vanessa. Susan's in the house. Good to see you all. Hello, hello. Come on down. Hey, you guys should have seen my hair a minute ago. It's still damp and it was just out like this. It's just terrible. Hi, Denise. Yeah, I just, you know what? I've got to either dry it or whatever. Curl it, something. Hello, Barb and Michelle. Sunbeams. Joanne's in the house. Hello, Joanne. And Mary Ann's here too. And Jennifer. It's so nice to see everyone. I recognize, and you know what's really fun is every single order that comes in, I see your names. And it's nice to see your names. And if you'll notice, I'm writing on everybody's invoice. I get a stack of invoices and I write on every single one of them and say thank you. I am of the firm belief that, you know, there is, as you give, you receive. As you receive, you give. And I love to see all of you. I love to see you show up, and I love to be able to serve you in any way that I can. Marla and I were on the phone for about an hour just a minute ago. And that was what we were talking about. Is just like, you know, this is what we love doing, and having creativity, having an imagination, and being able to come to your side and say, hey, what can I do to help? Because we're all feeling just really, you know, pretty much we're done with all of the fear mongering. There's a lot of fear mongering still going on. You wouldn't believe my email either. Not just my email, but my messenger. You know, people have just, there's a lot of stuff there. They keep sending my way. Here, you can tell everyone this. I'm not going to do that. You know, try this instead. Try this. Try science instead. Try, you know, let's try that. I'm not going to get into your business, but that's how I feel about it. I just really want to make sure that we're all in this together, and we're all progressing together. That's how I look at it. So, how is everybody on this beautiful Saturday? I'm so glad you're here, Mary. And there's Amy. Hello, Amy. Good to see you. We have a new quote of the week. Don't you love quotes of the week? I do. I am all about the quote of the week. And this week I like because it just plays to the heart. You'll see. This is by Gilbert Parker. And there is no influence like the influence of habit. And you know, I've spoken about this quite a bit. I've read books about habit. I've read, like one of my favorite books is Atomic Habits, which is little tiny changes. And there's another one that I just got called Tiny Habits from Professor Boggs, who's, you know, a very, very interesting man. Met him a few times. But, you know, this is what I know for more than anything is that habit is what creates your life. This is what creates your life. So when we look at habit in a different way and we understand that habit is everything, then we look at them differently, don't we? And if you've ever been in a place where you're trying to quit a bad habit, you know what that means, right? You understand how that is. You're trying to get rid of, like if you tried to quit smoking, you know, I played around with smoking when I was in college. I never became much of a smoker. Thank God. But I've watched my mother try to quit smoking, and that habit was everything. And it literally destroyed her life. It killed her. It literally killed her. And so there is no influence. There is no influence like the influence of habit. If it is a good habit, it's going to influence you. If it's a bad habit, it's going to influence you. But it is basically those habits that you have, those stacked habits that you have, your morning routine, your evening routine, we call them rituals. Those are the framework of your life. And it influences everything. So good or bad, those habits are everything. So think about that. This is a good one to meditate on. There is no influence like the influence of habit. Yeah. And you know me, I love stuff that makes me go, ah. And that's what this one did. I think it's an incredible quote. You know, this is the holiday weekend, and or is this just one long Memorial Day weekend that we've been having? I don't know. It just seems like we're always in the same thing, right? Marla and I are going to be getting together on Monday, and we're going to be doing ribs and cabbage or coleslaw, and she's got beans and potato salad, I guess. So that's going to be an interesting, fun time. But we decided rain or we don't care. We're still going to get together and just pretend like it's a sunny, beautiful Memorial Day weekend. So there. All right, so the sprint starts on September 8th, which seems like a long way away, but it's really not. It's like 2 weeks away. Now is the time to get yourself ready for it. Go to savingdinner.com/sprint, or if you just go to savingdinner.com, you'll see it. It's right there. You just click on it. You can sign up. It's free. Also, you might see ads around. If you see my ads, would you mind saying something nice about them? Because they're right here. They're right here on Facebook. And the more you share those and the more you say things on them, then Facebook thinks that I've hung the moon. So anyway, I want you all to be sprinting with me. June 8th is the date, and just write it down on your calendar, circle it, and this is a time to get ready. June 8th. Did I say September 8th? June 8th. If I said September, sorry about that. Diane's already growing her sprouts. I'm growing mine too, and I'm telling you, they just popped right out. So we're going to have a whole bunch, and we'll take it. I will take all those sprouts that I can get. That stuff is just a nutritional dynamite. I love it. We have a ships free product. If you put InflaCrusher, whoops, there it is right there. Do you see this? InflaCrusher. If you put InflaCrusher in your cart and you put ships free in the promo window, you get it. Free, shipped free. Well, you have to pay for the product, but I mean, the shipping is on us. That's a big savings, you guys. It's a huge savings. We do a flat shipping fee, which is not much, but you know what? If you take advantage of that and stack your cart, then if you get $100 worth of stuff in there, for $5, you can get one of my Mindful mugs. Yay! For $200, I'll give it to you free. We get a lot of people doing that. And it's easy to do, you know, just get the things that you need. There's all kinds of stuff there that you need. And one of the things that is selling like hotcakes, the Core 4. The Core 4, we've got a B complex, a vitamin D, a CalMag, and a CoQ10. It is so incredible. You don't want to eat the broccoli seeds, you want to sprout them. Don't eat broccoli seeds. I don't see the point of that. Yeah, so, and let me just say, these Core 4 are flying out the door because one, we bought a lot of them, but they are flying, and they are the nutrients that you absolutely critically have to have. All of them serve great purpose, and all of them are heavily researched and have the latest research behind them. Like, for example, the CalMag you're going to see has a 1-to-1 ratio as opposed to the 3-to-1, which is old science. And that's what most of them are on the market today, but not ours. We are 1-to-1 because that is what the latest research shows. I don't want you getting kidney stones and calcification in your arteries, okay? Also, the CoQ10 is for heart health. The B complex has methylated folate and B12, which is so critically important. You know, I call this the buffer zone because this is what holds back the stress. This is what helps protect your body against stress. It's so incredible. Your sound isn't working today, but other people can hear me though, right? I don't know what's going on with that. I've got the sound turned up all the way, and I've got my little earbuds on, which are all supercharged. I don't know what to say. Anyway, vitamin D, if you need vitamin D to get the CalMag, they all work together. It's synergy, guys. It is synergy, and this is what works. This is what makes it all come together. So I'm cooking today at 4 p.m. You're going to want to join me. I am going to be making some potato leek soup. You know why? Because it just sounds good. I love potato leek soup. We have some leftover potatoes, and I said, while we have a little carb situation going, I'm going to take it. Jennifer says your stress level is so high today. I am going to bring you back. I'm going to help you out here. Okay, I've got some stuff for you about stress levels. And honestly, you guys, when you're taking, the reason for these Core 4 is so that you can have that kind of bottom line foundational nutrition. You can never out supplement a bad diet. You've heard me say that a bazillion times. But you know what I'm going to tell you? You can help supplement a good diet and get exactly what you need. And I'm going to tell you, we're not getting nearly the vitamin D that we need. We're not getting nearly the vitamin B that we need. We're not, because we're using it all up with all our stress. So anyway, get those while you can. And if you get $200 worth, like I said, you get this Mindful Mug free. If you throw InflaCrusher in there, you get it to ship free. Ships free is the promo code. Okay, got it? Thank you too to all of our subscribers who have subscribed and have become Dinner Answers members. Love you guys. Thank you. $7 a month, and you support a small woman-owned business, and in return, we support you with menus, recipes, and shopping lists every single Tuesday. Come hell or high water, we're on it. We're like the mailman. We deliver. We've been doing it for 20 years. I think we know what we're doing. So I want to talk about being out of control a little bit because, I don't know. Don't you feel out of control a little bit with all this? We keep getting news about the pandemic. Wear a mask, don't wear a mask. Do this, do that. Well, maybe it isn't, maybe your groceries aren't as germ-ridden as we thought, and all of this. And it just makes you feel so uneasy and uncertain and so kind of crazy. But I want to bring you into the place of understanding, what it is that we can do about this, and get out of the out of control place. Because a lot of what this is that being out of control means that we have fear of the unknown. Isn't it true? That's how our brain reacts. We have the amygdala. The amygdala is basically, more of an ancient part of the brain, I guess, and it wants to keep you safe. That's the amygdala's job. No risk. I'm going to keep you safe. Don't do anything. And so when this fear factor comes along and when this unknown is there, your amygdala is working overtime. Just like, oh my gosh. But remember this, that our brains are like search engines. They are. They're like search engines, and they are looking for evidence to support what they're thinking. Think about that for a minute. That's huge. They're looking for evidence to support what they're thinking. So if you're thinking everything is bad, everything is terrible, the world is falling apart, I'm going to die, they're going to die, the whole world is going to die, this is bad, and you've got the news on and you're feeding all of that, you are going to get the evidence to support that. Remember that. Our brain will gather evidence to support what it is that it's thinking. So if you flip your thinking, then you're going to have to be looking a lot harder for different stuff. Got that? Keep that in mind. If you flip your thinking and you're starting to think, you know what? This world is working out for me. This life is working out for me. I am living a vibrant, healthy, great life. Then your mind is going to be looking for the evidence to support that. And that's cool. But there are things that you have to do. I'm going to talk about this, and then I'm going to give you 2 statements and 2 questions at the very end, okay? The first thing is that what we have to do so that we don't feel out of control is to keep to our routines, right? Keep to our routines. Keep to our routines, keep to our rituals, and make sure that that in the morning we're doing the same thing, in the evening we're doing the same thing, and that we can depend on those rituals, those morning and those evening rituals. It's so good. When we do that, we've got bookends for our lives, and we have the bookends. Think about what do bookends do? Bookends hold the books from falling down, and it holds us from falling apart. That's why those are so important. So number 1 thing, first on your list is making sure that you're holding to your routines. I remember when my daughter, when my son was born, now my kids are 21 months apart, and my daughter, I had her on a very clipped routine, just absolutely. She would have, this is what she did in the morning, this is the playtime, this is when she ate lunch, this is when she took a bath, this is when nap time was. And when my son was born, I felt guilty about bringing this other baby, because all of a sudden my little baby, my Caroline, was no longer the central thing. You know, I was nursing this new baby and trying to get around and all of that. And so I let her routine go a little bit. She completely fell apart. She fell apart because I took away that security of what her routine was. I let her stay up later. I let her do almost whatever she wanted, and she didn't like it. And I think that's the way it is for us too. When we take away our routines, we're taking away the framework, the bookends, the things that are holding our books together. So keeping those together is one of the most important things that you can do. And another thing that you need to do, is reevaluate your goals. I've been having a lot of coaching clients this week, and I've been saying to a lot of them is, let's not focus as much on your weight right now, because with this pandemic, everybody's just been a little bit, loose with the eating and all of that. And I mean, just look at all the people who are making sourdough bread, for heaven's sakes, right? So I just said, let's not focus on that. Let's reevaluate that. Instead, let's have a focus on fitness. Let's have a focus on hydration. Let's have a focus on using your journal. When we refocus and reevaluate and change things up, that isn't saying, oh, I'm just an abject failure. That's just a readjustment. That's it. It makes all the difference in the world. And I invite you to do that. At any time, you can say, you know what? Right now, the way things are, they're just not working for me. So I'm going to reevaluate that, and I'm going to change things up a little bit. No big deal. It isn't the definition of failure. It's the definition of a wise woman saying, I got to fix this. Big deal. Do it. And good for you for saying that. And number 3 is, sometimes we just have to get out of ourselves. Am I right? Go help someone. Do something for someone. Volunteer to get on a phone and call for people, or, I'll tell you, suicide prevention line, that would be a good thing to volunteer some time with. Or you take, a woman's shelter. Go to a woman's shelter, keep your appropriate distance and do whatever. But there's a lot of stuff going on right now. And if you're feeling a burden about that and you've got the time, then do something. Helping others helps you too. And number 4 is, let's not forget to count our blessings. Yeah, we might have all of this going on or whatever. We've got a roof over our head. We've got food in the refrigerator. And we have today. Today is the gift. The present is the gift, right? Let's count those blessings. In the Take Back Your Life journal, we have yes, and Amy just said it, that stuff is at an all-time high right now. It is. And this is why I'm saying this. If you feel the need to help others, or you just feeling like things are out of control, you turn around and help others, it's going to make you feel a whole lot better. And while we're at it and we're counting our blessings, you know, every single day in the Take Back Your Life journal, we have that. If you want to go check it out, it's at savingdinner.com/journal. You can get the PDF, $15, and all the sheets that you want. But in that PDF, what we do is we have a place where we count our blessings every single day. We have 3 things that we have gratitude for. Think about that. If you begin each day with just some, and you're thinking about what you have to be grateful for, then you have things to be grateful for. And you have, if you've written it down, you've got a focus. You have a focus for the day. And I think that's a beautiful thing, because it brings us into the place of our hearts, our beautiful souls, the empathy that we have, and it expands those borders, doesn't it? It expands them because it makes us more aware of more things that we could be thankful for. I got up early this morning and I made a little video, a little good morning video of just my beautiful view, because it was such an incredible view. So let me just say, I had an enormous amount of gratitude for having this beautiful view this morning. That's the way that we need to start. It's amazing what we can, what's in our heart, and how that just translates into just a calmness and a peace. And then get outside, for heaven's sakes. You know, this is where the sun is. This is where the vitamin D is. And if you take off your shoes and walk across the grass, that is called earthing, and that is centering. It's amazing. It's amazing what it does. And, you know, being in nature and having some gratitude, and maybe even doing some yoga outside, and pull your arms out and just say very loudly, thank you, God, for all this beauty. How fun is that? And what a difference that makes. And then number 6 is make a new empowering decision for yourself. You know, decide, I'm not going to be fearful. I am going to be grateful instead. Choose one, swap it out. What is in that place? The unknown? Can you ever know the unknown, by the way? No, you can't. That's why it's unknown. Things will unravel. Things will open up when they need to open up, and your understanding will as well. So stop dwelling on the things that cause you angst. We don't need to do that. That's a decision that you've made. Make a new and empowering decision that you will dwell on the things that are beautiful, joyful, make you feel better, and that will help you to center. And by the way, you can take a walk. Amy was just saying how she took a walk and it made her feel better. But when you take a walk, that's a meditative practice. I look at that as a meditative practice. And as you're walking, you could just start saying, you could have a little mantra for yourself. You could do all kinds of things. But God is love is a good one, because he is. And you're out in nature and you're enjoying his creation. That's pretty cool. Number 7 is know for sure what you can control. Know the things that you can control. You can control your temper. You can control your tongue. You can control your food, what it is that you're going to eat. You can control what's in your home and your environment and how it looks. You can control your attitude, your mindset. Am I right? You can control your movement. You can control your news consumption. You can control your education, your reading level, your learning. You can control all of that. And you can control your prayers and your heart and the love that you have. You can control all of that. Those are the beautiful things that we need to be focused on, because what we focus on expands. Okay, 2 statements and a question, and 2 questions for you. The first one is what we focus on expands. There you go. That is a statement. What we look at expands. It takes up that area of your head. So if you are going to focus on the unknown, the out of control stuff, I promise you that will expand. That will take up your head and your headspace. and it will not do you any favors. But if you focus on the things, like I just went through that big list of all the things that you can control, how much better is that going to make you feel? And I want you to also believe this, that life is always working on your behalf, in your favor, in your favor. Life is working on behalf for you in your favor. I love that. I love that so much. It is true. David Bear said that, by the way. I wish I could take credit for it, but I can't. But I when he first said that, I just went, yep, that's it. And if we believe that, that's what's going to happen. And what we think about expands, right? And we're looking for the evidence to support the things that we're thinking. So here's the 2 questions I want to leave you with, and these are important. Number 1, what is the story that I keep telling myself that is making me feel so bad? What is the story that you're telling yourself? That the world is coming to an end, that Microsoft is somehow involved in this, and there's going to be microchips put in you, and that everything is going to be horrible, and that this is all made up. And I mean, what are you telling yourself? What are you telling yourself? And is that making you feel out of control? And then the second one is question what you're saying. Question what you're saying. Will these thoughts help me to create the vibrant life that I want to live? Ask yourself that. And if not, then stop it. You can make a new decision at any time, like that. Make a new decision. Make a decision that's empowering and a decision that's going to run your life in the way you want it to go. Because you are not a victim. You are not here just by happenstance. You're here deliberately by God. You understand that? You're here deliberately on this earth, on purpose, put here by God himself. And all you have to do, what you're here to do, is to figure out what that purpose is, what your mission is. He's very interested in you. He loves you with everything that he's got, and you know that. So live that way. Live that way intentionally, in a way that expands the borders of your heart, that brings empathy to the table at all times, and in a way that just showers love on everyone around you. You have the ability to do that. Just remember that. Your words are gold. So keep that in mind. All right. Thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate you guys. You are the best. And don't forget, get your orders in this week, because we are running low on the Body Clutter Wise Women's Core 4 supplements, but I want to be able to serve you. Yes, we do have new orders in. Yes, we're waiting on things. I will be hearing from our supplier on Tuesday, but I'm telling you what, you guys, we want to live our best lives, right? A good, clean diet, the right supplements, the right thoughts. Our lives are going to be beautiful. Do you know that? Beautiful lives. Make that empowering decision to live a vibrant life. Love you guys. Peace.